Welcome back everyone to Magius Plays The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Last time we finished up with everything in the Goron City, and took care of the twin shrines at the top of the Dueling Peaks. This time, we're going to run around and get some more towers. Now, I'm going to swing over this way, and around over to here, because our next objective, and the final of the Divine Beasts, is over here. But it's going to be a bit before we get to that. So let's just jump on down and get to it. I wonder what's that there. Well, let's find out, shall we? It's not that far out of the way. Yeah. First, switch that back over to shrines. Oh, since last time we went ahead and did a bunch of hunting. And got a couple things taken care of. Now, these ones, pretty straightforward. Just need to go over and get to the checkpoint before time runs out. Some of them are really easy, some of them are really tough. This one, I think, is right in the middle. Got plenty of time to spare. You do that, you get a Korok Seed. I don't think this is the first one we could have done, but it is one of the more straightforward ones. Some additional stuff that we could hunt if we really wanted to. And these Ruined Guardians could always have something that is very important to me. Which, or this one, could be already active. Not easy way to deal with those. Hit them in the eye with an arrow, pull out the Master Sword, and whack them down. Well, there's one of the shafts I need. You don't have to worry too much about wearing out the Master Sword. Yes, it can break, just like everything else, but eventually it'll reform, and you can go back to using it again. I still wouldn't suggest using it for much outside of actually fighting Guardians and Ganon-possessed stuff. Like the Elemental Blight Ganons. Well, we're almost to it. There we are. I think I'll come at it from this side to make it a little bit easier to get to the top. Mostly because I won't have to climb up anything. And I see another Korok to find. Always useful. And this is where I think it is. We're getting pretty close to another special shrine, which is rather painful to enter. if it is where I think it is, we'll get to that in a bit. For now, I'm just going to slide on down to here. And that wasn't nearly the perfect jump out that I was hoping to get. But really easy to get to the top of this one. Oh. There are rather a lot of shrines scattered throughout this region that we can go to and get stuff from. However, most of them are a bit of a trek to get through. So I don't really need to come this way for much of anything. This area in particular is a rather interesting shrine to get. But it is a pain getting that one. So I'm not going to bother with it right now. I have other stuff over this way that we can do. Right, there's our next destination. And just beyond that, the next to last tower that we'll need. First, let's go over to this shrine here. It's right on the way. Probably don't have enough stamina to get up to the top of this, but we'll see. Nope. However, that'll get me up to the top of it just fine, to find nothing there. Of course. Ow. Let's get some decent armor going. There's the shrine, there's the stable. Very nice. Now let's see what this shrine has in store for us. Metal doors open the way. Oh, this sounds like a Magius shrine to me. And indeed it is. That's not what I wanted. It's not bad. Again, not what I want. I definitely want to get out of the way of this. Because I don't want that coming down on top of me. Nice easy chest to get here. Quick shot. That is a very nice ability to have. Essentially what that does is it lets you fire off arrows at a much faster rate. I'm not going to show that off here, but essentially, if you can get that going correctly, you can fire off 3 or 4 arrows in the time that other bows could fire off 1. Gears, not bad. Yeah. I also went back to Akala and got the upgraded by the Stasis Lock Rune. Now what that's going to let me do in the future is when I come up against enemies that are big and mean and just painful to deal with, I'll be able to use that to lock them in place for a few seconds and interrupt their attacks, as well as get some damage on them. In short, it's nice to have. Unlike blowing myself up with a bomb there. Ow. And that didn't even get the end result I wanted. Oh, crud. Well, since this doesn't seem to want to work out the way I want it to, let's just do this the old-fashioned way. Put that over there as I go grab the chest. Not bad. We're getting close to the point where a lot of these gems are going to be most useful. Not quite yet, though. Let's lay this down properly. And just like getting over there to the chest, Drop that there and create a ramp up to the end of the shrine. And with that taken care of, let's stop in at the stable, pick up a few supplies, and then move right along. Hey, Picango! Hey, we meet again. Are you out traveling as well? Yes, I am. What do you have in this area? This one. Village Hylia. It's overlooking Lake Hylia. The Scouts Hill area. Well, if you pull up the map, well, Lake Hylia is going to be over in here. And that's going to be where the... where the tower is. Well, the tower is going to show us what's there, so... let's go ahead and get some arrows again. And move right along.
Yeah. Hey.
That was not a good fight for them. Not a good fight at all. You want to calm down there? For some reason, I always seem to attract monsters. It looks like there are a lot of monsters near the stable, too. My only hope is try to dash past them. Well, don't worry, I took care of this batch for you. Now let's get back to what we're working on. A nearby shrine, which I suspect is probably up the hill there. Just like the tower. I'm not really seeing the shrine. But there's... It's not too much further to the tower. And I don't think that that Dracus is going to be able to follow us this way very well. You mind? Electric's keys too. Great. Just what I didn't want to deal with. It's just like electric enemies in a lot of other games. Electric keys, when you hit them with the metal weapon, shock you and cause you to drop everything. They're not much fun to deal with. There we go. Took him out eventually. Fortunately, these guys are not nearly as tough as some of the other stuff I've had to deal with. Now, the Red Lizalfos, more along the lines of some of the stuff I've had to deal with. More arrows is always nice. This will let me just climb right up here. Don't even have to worry about those guys. At least, not much. And now that we have the map for this area, we can see about where... Oh. Around about where that memory is supposed to be. Oh. As we were told, was going to be right around here. Go ahead and mark that with that. Well, let's double check the album. Yep, that's definitely on the north side of the lake. So we'll get to that later. We've come quite a ways over this last little bit, but there's still a lot further to go before we finish up with our bout of exploration here. Tune in next time as I go ahead and jump up to get this memory. And then continue making my way on to this next tower. Until then, Magius out.